Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Frag Pro Shooter. This is Flag here, excited to show you the newest character in Frag, Takeshi aka The Kid. This is the first of the 5+2 videos which I'll be releasing to cover Season 5 of Volume 2 of Frag. In the other 4 main videos, you will learn all about Takeshi, his tips and tricks and mechanics in video number 2, the upcoming balance changes, buffs, nerfs and character fixes in video number 3, everything new coming in Season 5, including second set of Frag Powers, newest set of Cosmos skins and more in video number 4, and all characters second Frag Power in video number 5. Video number 6 and number 7 will be released in the coming days, showing you more of the new content. So this is the Takeshi gameplay video. I'll be playing 3 matches in different modes against both a human opponent and AI. In the first match, I will play Payload against the real opponent, who is FlagBae. In the second and third match, I will play a regular battle against an AI-controlled opponent who has level 11 cards and both Frag Powers enabled. Let's jump into the first match playing against FlagBae and show you Takeshi in action. So alright, we are matched up against FlagBae, that is perfect. I'm gonna start with Takeshi over here. This is Takeshi and this is my favorite skin on Takeshi, it's called the Razor. Let's start the match by getting our opponent's Andromeda. My opponent has Sombrero, which is a great card. I'm gonna use my super over here, get that Marco Pollo. I'm gonna ignore my opponent's Takeshi. Let's try to shoot that Sombrero as I try to give you guys my initial thoughts and suggestions on Takeshi. But you can learn a lot more about Takeshi by watching my Takeshi tips, tricks and mechanics video, which is the second video in this series of videos. His speed is exactly the same as the boss, Queen Unicorn, Sombrero, Marco Pollo and so on. So he's not fast, but at the same time he's not terrible either. As you can see, Takeshi has 472 HP at ELS, that is level 9. So he's quite tanky. He's not a traditional tank, but he's more of a pseudo tank, so you can't actually use Takeshi as a traditional tank like Lucha Muerta or let's say Hannibal. Let's use our super on this lollipop and move on to the next target. Let's see if there's anything around us. Nothing's there. Yeah, so he's a pseudo tank. He has a lot of HP, but it's not high enough to for him to play as a tank, absorb all the damage while the support cards take care of the opponent. So I recommend not considering him as your sole tank card in your deck. For your decks, I certainly recommend using Lucha Muerta as your main tank and use him to support your push, your Lucha Muerta and your other cards that are attacking by maining your Takeshi. Let's use our super again. So when you use his super, he has 3 effects on his super again, which I'm going to talk about in my tips, tricks and mechanics video fully. So he slows down the opponent to 3/4 of speed and he also gains. Let's try to get our opponent's bunker from this, sorry, not bunker, payload. Let's finish it off because I don't want this game to finish yet. Yeah, so when you use your super, you get a 90% HP boost and you get 100% speed boost. I'm gonna show that to you right here. You can see I have 685 HP because I was missing some HP in the beginning. And I was moving much faster, as you saw. The moment you use your super, the speed is gonna go all the way up to 23 kilometers per hour, which is insane, the highest in the game probably. With each single shot he deals 73 damage, 72.9 damage. You cannot use your super on your opponent's bunker or payload and deal damage, it doesn't do anything. But he does deal a lot of damage to the opponents. He deals more than 100 damage per second while using his super. And he has 7 ammo, which gives him a decent DPS, as I'm trying to find a health pack. And this is, by the way, a great idea to use your super to get all the way to the health packs around the map. But I'm gonna talk about Takeshi more in the next match. This time I'm basically playing against AI, but they have level 11 cards and all 5 cards of my opponent have both their Frag Powers, which I'm gonna talk about in video number 3 and video number 5. Back to Takeshi's attributes, he sits inside his self-crafted robot, that's why he has so much HP, and I wanted to talk about how you have to alter your playstyle, be more pokey, more sneaky, and play him like an assassin and use his super to finish off your opponent, and you see that he deals a lot of damage using his super. It takes him 2.3 seconds to reload, which is semi-long, but he does deal a lot of damage with each shot. Over here I'm gonna tell my troops to go to the right bunker. I'm gonna heal up by picking up that health pack and try to support my Lucha Muerta, but I'm gonna use my super on my opponent's Marco Pollo. You can see he has both frag powers enabled, and still he stands no chance against Takeshi's super. The total amount of damage that Takeshi's super deals is around 774 damage. Just to give you a better perspective, Lucha Muerta has 708 HP at level 9, so as you can see over here, when Takeshi uses his super, he really dishes out all that damage and can frag out any card. But what's his weakness? Well, he doesn't deal incredible damage by his regular shots. He deals 73 damage, 72.9 to be precise, which is almost the same as the damage that BB, Queen Boom, Mecha, Mechalodon deal per each shot, but the difference is that he's a lot more tankier, and that's why he's gonna be a very viable card. But still, he has a decent 35-meter range, so it's good for short range and medium range, but it feels a little more effective at medium range than say Blot or Crystal does. But particularly against lower half of cards in terms of HP, he's very effective. By the way, I have no idea why my Marco Pollo has come all the way to my opponent's base. I hadn't seen that before, that's crazy. So back to Takeshi, he easily takes care of cards that don't have a lot of HP on them, but again, it's his special ability, his super, that makes him shine, and definitely powerful fragger. As I already talked about this character, and of course there are many other characters who can do this as well, is really good at using his ability to get to health pack and heal up. Here I'm gonna switch to first person for a short period to get this fragment because of the weird camera angle, and you can see his first person view as well. So yeah, if you feel like that you can't use your super offensively and you have low HP, certainly use it to travel to the nearest health pack and heal up to keep yourself alive. Again, if you want to play him to his best, you've got to take shots at cards, deal some damage to the bunker while moving around and keeping your opponents on your tail until your super is charged up to allow you to finish off any sort of defense or camp card, or any other card for that matter. When I saw his official trailer on FrenchFragz channel, I was hoping when his robot runs out of HP, the kid would pop out and be played as a separate character until he's fragged out as well, but that's not how it is. But he's still a great, a unique, a cool card, maybe not as exciting as Stellar or Archon, but he's still a very tanky and viable card in my opinion. So this was a loss, but it doesn't matter. Let's hop into the third match where I'm gonna talk about his AI as well. Alright, this is the third match, again against an AI controlled opponent, but again they have level 11 cards and each of these cards have 2 frag powers, so they're quite strong. So let's start this match by getting a frag over here on this Shinobi, but he's really tanky with both frag powers enabled and he just teleported back to his base. I'm gonna use my super over here on all these cards and you can see that they are being dealt a lot of damage. That Lucha Muerta almost died, but don't forget, again he's level 11 and he has both frag powers enabled. So it's tougher to kill him since he has his frag power Tough Biscuit. Alright, let's talk about Takeshi's AI now. So his AI doesn't perform well due to 3 issues. First of all, Takeshi is a wild card, which means that he won't take commands seriously. So you might tell your cards to attack the enemy bunker, but there's a 50-50 chance that Takeshi might ignore that command altogether. The second problem with Takeshi's AI is that his AI doesn't use his super as much as it should. It rarely uses it in fact. But of course this is the dev build and his AI could perform a little bit different on the final build. But even when his AI uses his super, he does not track and follow enemy units. So it basically just activates the super and walks through the enemy cards, not taking full advantage of the amazing damage that it can deal. By the way, since you like my special 2 flag tips from Stella's tips video, I've prepared another 2 flag tips for Takeshi, which are really awesome and practical. This match and video is almost over, so I'm just gonna switch to my Takeshi and finish up the game. I want to take this time to remind you this is the first episode of the 5+2 videos covering season 5 of volume 2 of Frag, giving you a total of 7 videos on this update. Also, you can now become a member to support this channel if you enjoy my content, so make sure to check out the perks you get by becoming a member by tapping on the join button over here. Let me know down in the comments what you think about Takeshi, and if you still want to see more gameplay of Takeshi, check out video number 2, Takeshi's tips, and video number 3, new card balance changes, where I discuss and show the upcoming nerfs and buffs. Stay safe and take care everyone until the other 4 videos of this update.